purple play. So switching it up a little bit here, it's going to have Orange Zerg against Ruff's traditional blue Terran, and we're going to be on a map which neither player plays on the ladder all that much. As we mentioned earlier, it's going to be MLG dual site, so this is one both players probably a little bit more uncomfortable with, unfamiliar, and we'll see how it goes.
Yep, and we're gonna see vVv Rough spawning as the blue Terran player here on the left side of the map at the 8 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Bio spawning as the Orange Zerg at the 2 o'clock position. Only two spawning locations. That third base rather far away. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what Ruff tries to do on this map. Perhaps Bio was hoping, hey, if I choose a map that Ruff doesn't normally play on, I can just try to play my own game and not have to worry about those crazy shenanigans that Ruff is so infamous for.
Yeah, we against Zerg, we've seen a lot of three racks play right away. Heavy racks, a ton of Marines, bunker play, those sort of things. He's also used Hellions quite effectively, so he definitely has quite a few different builds in his arsenal, and we'll see what he goes for. And I'm interested to see Bio. I was checking out his win-loss record earlier, and he's quite accomplished. So it's always fun to see on Wednesday Night StarCraft some of these players that you're not as familiar with. I know we see the vVv guys every week, week in, week out. We know what they're capable of, but seeing these other high-level players is a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun as we now see Ruff setting up that 12 standard racks. We'll see if he goes for an early gas or not, or a standard gas. If he doesn't go for a standard gas, expect that second barracks or perhaps even the third and fourth barracks. I've seen him also go into some crazy Reaper openings off of 5 racks, and it looks like it will be a double racks opening as that drone is not going to be able to get up that ramp at all. Meanwhile, Bio did go back at home and set up a low ground hatchery. I believe it was a 14 or 15 hatch, and that may spell a little bit of pressure as Bio is going to quickly see this double racks opening coming in from Ruff.
But two racks something that players deal with all the time on the ladder. Maybe not on this map, but Bio doing a very smart thing with that initial scouting drone, sent it very far to the north, almost all the way to the third natural mineral patch, and then also hit the watchtower on his way over as well. So he wants to make sure that there are no proxy racks out on the field. Little does he know that Ruff does it, all in his base as we see the third racks being added, and this is going to be his standard, unstandard Zerg opening here. So gonna have a lot of Marines in just a moment streaming across the field.
Yeah, one important thing, there is an Overlord hanging out right above the waterfall. It's almost like he's hiding in the rocks itself somehow. So he's going to be able to see all of those units. I don't know how the Overlord can even stand to be there. It is so loud with that water. And as the Marines are slowly gathering outside, as we now see Ruff going into his 4th barracks.
Wow. So okay, going for 4 racks. Maybe he'll add a 5th, 6th, and 7th TLO style. We've seen that in a few games. Not really economically viable, but you can keep it up for a short while. As we see Bio adding a spine crawler coming out with a pack of Zerglings. He's got 6 already. So it looks like he's going to have 12 total. And he has yet to start speed though, so his gas is going to be a little bit late here. I'm not sure he's going to have speed done in time for this push as it does come out. We've got 2 SCVs and we've got 6 Marines coming out for Ruff as he's got all these barracks up and running. The 4th one just now finishing, and they are rallied right to the natural of Bio.
Yeah, Bio is going to get a spine crawler, and the SCVs, getting a little bit too close, and Ruff now probably just hating himself for that one. Not having those early SCVs in the front. The Marines are now going to try to regroup together, figure out what's going on. And this is not looking good for Ruff. Ruff does have a decent number of Marines, 9 Marines at the early portion of this game, but 9 Marines against 16 Zerglings. So Zerglings will definitely win that matchup unless only one Zergling can attack at a time, which I don't see how Ruff will be able to get that positioning at all. In comes a Queen as well. The Queen may try to come in. The Spine Crawler gets in a nice impale, but the Zerglings fighting pretty much on creep, and Ruff is going to be in trouble unless some crazy micro does occur.
Yeah, some nice micro there, able to take down a portion of the Zergling force, and Bio cut a lot of drones at the start in favor of Zerglings there. Perhaps he's played Ruff a number of times on the ladder, knows his style, as he transferred a lot of drones to that natural, as we have great positioning here by Ruff. We might see that Spine Crawler actually en route to try to help the Lings here, as the Lings are not going to be able to take on this force as they are sort of huddled here in the mineral patch, and Ruff coming with more and more Marines adding to this Bioforce. So he's already got 16 Marines over here. The Spine Crawler does move. We'll see if Ruff does decide to try to focus it down. As you see the Lings coming in here, some of them picking off the reinforcements, others trying to take on the mineral line here. As you see Ruff doing his best to scoot and shoot away from the Lings, trying to get up into those minerals between the Vespi and Geyser and do as much damage as possible, but those Marines will be thwarted, and Bio does a nice job there. Lost a lot of Lings, but he's relatively even worker count, 19 to 22. He's got his second base up and running already, and does have speed, so he's going to be able to counter, and we'll see whether Ruff's able to defend.
Yeah, I think at this point, knowing Ruff may try to go. Oh, that waterfall is so loud. That Ruff may try to go for additional tech labs on all of these barracks and perhaps go into nitro packs, as he knows that Bio has heavily invested into Zerglings. So you can see, what, 10 tech labs there, and there we go. There's the tech labs. I love it when I can predict what Ruff is going to do, as now we are going into a command center and an expansion as well.
Yeah, so we will see the speed perhaps on the Reapers, and then a ton of Reapers able to dart in and out. And as you mentioned, they're very good against Speedlings, and we see a lot more Lings coming out for Bio at this point as well. So he's already got looks like it can be 16, and I think at this point 16 Lings might actually lose to the Marine Force which Ruff has. So if Bio isn't careful here, maybe he needs to add another Spine Crawler or two to protect that natural. We'll see what Ruff's able to do on the second attack.
Yeah, Ruff gonna come back and follow up with 4 Reapers per rally, and those Reapers are gonna reinforce very, very quickly. One of the things that just a lot of the times isn't considered is how fast those Reapers move across the map, and they're gonna really be able to get there in a hurry. That Spine Crawler, though, gonna deny any sort of crazy shenanigans, as the Marines, however, gonna get cleaned up here, a surround, and now there it goes. The rest of the Marines are going to get destroyed, but those Reapers are going to perhaps be able to get in through this back door, as there is still no Roach Warren.
We do see good map control by Bio at this point. He's got one of the towers, so we'll see what direction the Reapers do decide to go. Ruff's going to be rallying his initial 4 Reapers into his base. He's going to wait until he's got 8 to sort of show his hand a little bit here, as he is going to be expanding, but I believe he's going to be retreating here once he sees all these Speedlings about to counter, taking out all these SCVs. Ruff not really paying attention here, going to lose a ton of SCVs.
Yeah, the Reapers could easily just focus and do a lot of damage there. It looks like a new round of Reapers may be joining in, but curious enough, Ruff also expanding to the gold mineral patch on the bottom right-hand side. So Ruff, if he's able to establish this expansion and also establish the bottom right-hand side, he will definitely have a lead, as Bio may not know to try to establish his third anytime soon.
We do see a Roach Warren coming out for Bio, and he's got 3 queens, 4 queens, so he might be able to do decently against these Reapers, and he really needs to spread some creep in his main, perhaps a tumor towards the southwest portion. As we see, that's exactly where these Reapers are going to hop right up. The Reaper's not going to be able to take on these queens, not going to be doing tons of damage against those, so we'll see whether he's able to focus it down with all these Reapers. He might be able to get 1 queen. No, a transfuse does go off, and that's going to mean Ruff's going to have to go back, trying his hand at the natural. Now kiting with these Speed Reapers best he can, taking down the majority of these Lings, and kiting these queens best he can. So we'll see how many drone kills he's able to get. Looks like it's going to be a lot of damage on these drones, almost taking down the entire mineral line here, and these Reapers with speed just so very good.
Yeah, the Reapers are now going to jump into the natural expansion. Bio already knowing to get the heck out of there. Roaches are coming out, but they may be too little too late, as the Roach Warren going to get quickly sniped down. Those D8 charges dealing so much damage, as the Reapers now running straight on into a group of drones, and Bio just absolutely confused on what to do here. And now taking a look at the Harvester count, 28 compared to 27, but that additional command center over here on the bottom right-hand side, upgrading to a planetary fortress, and also the use of mules may help, but Bio definitely has an economic advantage. But then take a look at the production tab. It just looks like Ruff is doing a lot more than Bio.
Yeah, Bio possibly going to have to replace that Roach Warren. I'm not really sure what his plan for in the mid-game is. He's got no upgrades going. He does have an evolution chamber. He's got a lot of roaches. Looks like he's just going to counter right away here. And we do have 1 bunker down for Ruff. He has no idea these roaches are on the way. He was able to kill 16 workers there total, so we'll see how well these roaches do against the Bio of Ruff. Ruff needs to get on this bunker and try to repair it with these SCVs. We'll see whether he's able to take down these roaches.
Yeah, SCVs need to now start repairing. They are on auto repair, and now in comes some more Marauders as well, but the Marauders are really going to be the problem. Range of 6 plus concussive shell, dealing a lot of damage. The SCVs need to pull back, and the roaches are just... I think they're just trying to buy time and take down a couple of these SCVs because they're not going to really be able to deal all that much. Ruff has more than enough of a force to try to handle this. And I think if Bio knew about that gold mineral patch location, he would not have been almost just suiciding his units into this location, as Bio now establishing the 12 o'clock expansion location, his third base, as we also see him transitioning into a Baneling's Nest as well.
Yeah, Bio actually probably feels pretty good about that attack. He made all those roaches to try to deal with the Reapers, and he was able to trade them for what seems like a lot of SCVs. He was able to shut down mining, take down another 10 SCVs to give him 16 total kills. So he feels like he's even at this point, but really he's a base behind, as Zerg always wants to be about one base ahead of their opponent, and Ruff actually on the gold as well, dropping all of his mules over there. So his income is going to be much greater than Bio's, about 1,600 minerals per minute compared to the 1,200 of Bio, and Bio doesn't have all of his gas working either, just working off one gas at the moment compared to Ruff, who's got 3 going.
Yeah, also another thing, Ruff currently only having 1-0 upgrades. I don't see an armory, I don't anywhere in the near future, as Ruff now transitioning very heavy into macro, building 3 supply depots at a time. And it looks like the Marauders and the Marines want to clean up all of these creep tumors. He will be able to do so, but in come a lot of Banelings. Those Banelings, where are they going to go? It looks like they're just going to die, and this is not going to be good news at all, as Bio losing a lot in this engagement here. The Marines hiding behind the Marauders, as any good Marine should do when there are Banelings in the picture, and drones now coming in as well. The Marines are trying to stutter step, the Banelings unable to find their way in, and the drones are just completely just at the mercy of this Bio infantry army.
Yeah, Ruff finding a great timing here. Bio basically had a big round of drones go off, about 20 drones. So he was definitely down Larva and down Army. So Ruff going to be cleaning up this expansion, and if he is able to make his way up into the third and perhaps snipe that hatch, or maybe even a queen or drones, he could definitely maybe end this game. Right now he is wholeheartedly ahead, as the Speedling is going to be taking on these Marauders, trying to pick them off as they make their way home. But already we see Ruff coming out with Medivacs and another set of Bio to begin the assault once again.
Yeah, so pretty much Ruff rinsing and repeating once again. It looks like the fifth refinery coming into play. I believe that is a rich Vespian geyser. Yes, it is a rich Vespian geyser, so he will be able to get even more gas off of this one geyser location and have better mining efficiency. Bio almost down to half the food count of Ruff. As Ruff, as long as he's careful and he doesn't overextend himself, should be able to deal enough damage, do some intelligent trading in order to take the victory.
Bio lost, I believe, 26 workers in the last attack. So it is now 31 harvesters to 47. Ruff can be checking for this gold and now taking on this this third, and we'll see whether the Banelings and Lings for Bio are going to be able to take down this Bio force of Ruff. Ruff doing his best to get behind the mineral patch and split these Bio units. Most of the Banelings going off on Marauders there, and Ruff actually picking up a number of Marines here in a medevac, so he might actually be able to clean up this force of Lings. We've got more and more medevacs coming. I believe Bio is out of Banelings, so it's going to be all Marines here, and there's the GG from Bio. So Ruff once again coming out with an interesting build, starting with a bit of cheese with that 4-axe, transitioning into more cheese with the Speed Reapers, and then a secret base, the hidden gold there, and it's beautiful play watching Ruff win these games.